Hello everyone, welcome back to the next session. Okay, yes. So, first of all, we are going to discuss the question. Okay, you can see the questions there. So, if mod A vector is equal to 16 and mod B vector is equal to 4, then we need to find root of modulus of A vector into B vector the whole square plus modulus of A vector dot B vector the whole square. Okay, yes. So here in this question we need to find the value of root of A vector cross. Yes, root of A vector cross B vector the all square. Yes, B vector the all square plus mod of A vector dot B vector mod of A vector dot B vector the all square. Okay, so this is the question. We need to find the value of this. So you can see there are four options there: 8, 64, 4, 16. Okay, so vector, yes, vector A cross B, this cross product and this is a dot product. So that means first of all we can write modulus of vector A cross vector B. So that is equal to, for this one we can write it as modulus of vector A into vector B. Yes, so this is a cross product. So here it is sine theta. Okay, and for dot product that is modulus of vector A dot B, vector A vector dot B vector. So that is equal to mod of A vector into B vector. Here this is dot product. So here it is cos theta. Okay, so now look at the question. We can see that yes, modulus of A vector cross B vector the whole square. Okay, modulus of A vector cross B vector the whole square means here it will become modulus of A vector whole square into modulus of B vector whole square into sine square. But here, yes, vector A vector dot B vector. So here it will become modulus of A vector whole square into modulus of B vector whole square into cos square theta. So in the next step we can substitute this. Okay, so while we are substituting this, so that means root of, so this is the LHS, you can see this is the LHS, this is the left hand side, that means this is the question. Okay, and then this is the right hand side, RHS. Okay, RHS means we can apply the values here. We know that vector A vector cross B vector, so what is that? That is A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector sine theta. So just substitute here root of here root of A vector, yes, root of A vector the all square into B vector the all square, yes, B vector the all square, B vector the all square sine square theta plus sine square theta plus, just substitute the next, that is modulus of, yes, modulus of A vector the whole square into B vector the whole square. Here it is cos square theta. Okay, yes, square root of A vector the whole square into B vector sine square theta plus modulus of A vector the whole square into B vector the whole square cos square theta. So hereafter look at here. sine square theta plus cos square theta. We know that sine square theta plus cos square theta from the trigonometric identity, sine square theta plus cos square theta, the value is 1. Okay, so hereafter in the next step, we can write for the next one. We know the sum of this sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So for this one, we can write root of, yes, a vector, the all square, a vector, the all square. Yes, a vector, the all square into modulus of b vector, the whole square. Okay, so let me tell you once again. Yes, so from this, now look at here, from this, that means the right hand side. From this, we can see that this is common. Okay, so we can take this one common outside, and the remaining one is sine square theta plus cos square theta. So the remaining one is sine square theta plus cos square theta. We know that the value of sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So in the next step, just substitute this. In the next step, we can substitute the values here. Okay, so in the next step, so it will become root of modulus of a vector, the all square into modulus of b vector, the all square. Yes, b vector, the all square. Okay, so you can see there is square and here it is square root. So in the next step, that is equal to modulus of a vector, modulus of a vector into b vector. Okay, modulus of a vector into b vector. Okay, so in the question itself is given that the value of, that is modulus of a vector. In the question is given that the modulus of a vector is equal to 16 and the modulus of b vector is equal to, yes, modulus of b vector is equal to, that is equal to 4. Okay, so in the next step, just substitute the values here. So that is 16 into 4. So what is the product value of 16 into 4? That is equal to 64 is the correct answer. So here 64 is the final answer. So you can see that option B is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so for this one, for this question, that is root of modulus of a vector cross b vector, the all square, plus modulus of a vector dot b vector, the all square is equal to, the value is 64. The second question is that if the angle, yes, if the angle between vector A and vector B is given as 2 pi by 3 and the projection of A, yes, the projection of vector A in the direction of B vector is given as -2, then we need to find the value of modulus of A vector. So in the question, we need to find the value of modulus of A vector. Okay. So it's given that the angle between A vector and B vector is already given, that is 2 pi by 3. Angle, yes, angle between A vector and B vector is A vector and B vector. Angle between A vector and B vector is 2 pi by 3. Okay, that is 2 pi by 3. So in the next steps, okay, so in the next step, we can write theta is equal to, theta, that means the angle, theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Okay, so in the next step, we can write theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. And in the question itself, it's given that the projection of A vector in the direction of B vector, that is projection of, yes, A on B. Okay, the projection of A on B, that is equal to A vector dot B vector, A vector dot B vector divided by modulus of B, and the value is already given, that is equal to -2. It's already given in this question, so that is equal to it is equal to -2. Okay, the projection of A on B, so the value is -2. So hereafter, In the next step, yes. So we know that A dot B is equal to, for this one, A dot B, that is vector A vector dot B vector. Okay, so for this one, we can write it as modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector, yes, cos theta. Okay, so in the next step, instead of here, A vector dot B vector, we can substitute this. What is this? Instead of this one, A vector dot B vector, we can substitute this. Okay, so that is equal to, yes. So we are going to substitute A vector dot B vector. So projection, oh yes, we can write projection of A on B. A on B is equal to, we can write, yes, A vector B vector cos theta divided by, yes, modulus of B vector, Okay, so the value is equal to -2. It's already given in the question. So hereafter, in the next step, just cancel this. So that is, in the next step, we can write modulus of A vector, yes, modulus of A vector cos theta. What is the value of theta here? So in the question itself, the value of theta is given us. Theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Okay, so just substitute the values here. So yes, modulus of A vector into cos 2 pi by 3. Okay, yes, cos 2 pi by 3. So that is equal to -2. It's okay, it's already given the question. So in the next step, we can write, yes, cos 2 pi by 3. So what is the value of this? Cos 2 pi by 3. So the value is equal to -1/2. So for cos 2 pi by 3, we can substitute the value is -1/2. Okay, yes. The next step is, we are going to substitute the value of cos 2 pi by 3 is equal to -1/2. Okay, so that means, yes, modulus of A vector into, -1/2 is equal to, -2. So hereafter, just multiply here. 2 into 2, that means 4. So that is equal to, modulus of A vector is equal to, 4. Here it is -1/2. Yes, -1/2, -2. So hereafter we can write modulus of A vector is equal to 4. So for the second question, the correct answer is option C is the correct answer. That means option C is the correct answer. The question is angle between A vector and B vector is given as 2 pi by 3, and the projection of A vector in the direction of B vector is -2. Then the modulus of A vector, the value is 4. Okay, so this is the second question. So hereafter we are moving on to the third one. So the third question is, a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing the vectors. Okay, you can see there are two vectors, I vector plus 2j, I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap, and -2i cap plus j cap plus 3k cap is. Yes, so we need to find the unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing the vector. So two vectors are already given. So we can name it as, first one is A. We can name it as the first vector as A is equal to vector A is equal to, I'm going to mention vector A is equal to I cap. Yes, I cap plus 2j cap. Yes, I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, so this is a vector A, and vector B is equal to vector B. So that is equal to vector B. So we can write as minus 2. Yes, minus 2 I cap plus minus 2 I cap plus j cap plus the last one is 3k cap. Okay, so this is the vector A and vector B. So in this question we need to find a unit vector. Okay, what is unit vector? Unit vector means here we need to find a unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing the vectors. So the two vectors A and B is here. So in the next step we can write n, yes, n cap. Okay, so n cap is equal to A vector, yes, A vector cross B vector, A vector cross B vector divided by modulus of A vector into B vector. Okay, n cap is equal to, yes, n cap is equal to A vector into B vector divided by modulus of A vector into B vector. So hereafter, first of all, we can find what is A vector cross B vector. First of all, we can find the cross product of this vector A and B. That is A vector cross B vector. So A vector cross product B vector is equal to, yes, I cap, j cap, small letter j cap, and the next one is k cap divided by 1, 2, 1, and here minus 2, 1, 3. Okay, so A cross B vector, just multiply this, 2 into 3, 6 minus 1, 5. So that is 5, yes. So we will get 5 I cap minus, okay, so the next one is, just ignore the rows and columns here. Okay, so 3 minus, minus 2 means 3, yes, that means plus 5. Yes, so 3 minus 2. Yes, so here it is minus, so due to minus, while we are considering the second term j, we are taking minus there, so here it is minus of 5, yes, 5j cap plus the last one is, yes, just ignore the rows and columns. So here 1 into 1 minus, yes, minus 4, that means plus 5. That is, let me show that 1 minus 2 into 2, that is 4. 1 minus 4, that means 1 plus 4, that the answer is 5. So here it is 5k cap. Here it is 5k cap. Okay, so this is vector A cross B. That means the cross product of two vectors. Okay, so hereafter we are going to find the modulus of A vector. So this is the vector A vector cross B vector. Okay, so this is A vector cross B vector. So A vector cross B vector is equal to 5 I cap minus 5 j cap plus 5 k cap. Okay, so the next one is we are going to find the modulus of this. So the modulus of A vector cross B vector. The modulus means we need to find the square. Okay, so that means 5 square, 25. Yes, 25 plus 25 plus 25. Okay, so 25 plus 25, 50. 50 plus 25, that is 75. So we can write it as root of 75. So root of 75, we can write it as 5 root 3. 5 root 3. That is modulus of A vector cross B vector. The value is 5 root 3. Okay, so in the next step. So in the next step, that is, we know that n cap is equal to, n cap will be equal to, yes, 5 I cap minus 5 j cap plus 5 k cap divided by 5 root 3. Okay, so from this we can take 5 common outside. So let me write 5 here. So 5 into I cap minus, okay, let me rewrite this, I cap minus j cap, yes, I cap minus j cap plus k cap divided by yes, modulus of a vector cross b vector. The value is 5 root 3. Okay, so we can cancel this. So in the next step, n cap will be equal to yes, so in the next n cap will be equal to n cap. So that will be equal to I cap minus j cap plus k cap divided by root 3. Yes, divided by root 3. Or we can write it as n cap is equal to minus I plus j minus k cap all divided by root 3. Okay, so this is the final answer for this question. So this is the final answer. So that means here option D is the correct answer for this question, and this is the final answer. That is n cap is equal to minus I plus j minus k cap divided by root 3. Yes. So here it is I cap, j cap and k cap. Yes, now it's correct. Okay, so this is the correct answer. So the fourth question is given that, look at the question, you can see the interval in which the function is given as f of x is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 10 is increasing in. Okay, so the function f of x is equal to, yes, x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 10. So this is the function. Okay, so you can see there are 4 options. So from this we need to find the correct answer, that means the correct interval. Okay, we need to find the correct interval. So first of all we can find the derivative, first derivative, that is f dash of x is equal to, yes, for this one that is 3x square. Okay, so 3x square minus 12x. Okay, 3x square minus 12x plus 9. Okay, so hereafter we can equate this is equal to 0, that is f dash of x is equal to 0. Okay, so that means 3x square minus 12x plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so from this, now look at here, 3x square minus 12x plus 9 is equal to 0. So for this one, for the entire equation, we can divide it by 3. Okay, so on dividing by 3, okay, so it will become x square minus 12 by 3, so that means 4x. Yes, 4x plus 9 by 3, that is equal to 3. 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so hereafter we are considering this x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. X square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x square, once again we can write x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. So hereafter I am going to split the middle term. So here, look at here, you can see the middle term is minus 4x, so we can split it. So that is x square, I'm going to write as x square minus 3x minus x plus 3. Okay, so from here, now look at here, which is the common, we can consider the first 2 terms. Okay, from the first 2 terms x is common outside, so we can take x outside. So x into x minus 3 is here, and from the next 2 terms, which is common outside, from the next 2 terms we can consider minus 1, that is common outside. So minus 1 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so from this we can write the value of x is equal to, from this x is equal to 3, and x is equal to minus, yes, x is equal to positive 1. Yes, positive 1. Okay, so the value of x is equal to 3 and 1. So that means if I am just drawing a line here, yes, a line like this, you can see this is 1 and this is 3. 1 and 3. Okay. So this is the interval. That means minus. Okay. Wait a second. Yes. So the final answer, we got x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. So hereafter, the final answer is minus infinity to closed interval. Yes, closed interval 1. This is an open interval and closed interval 3 open interval. Okay, so this is the final answer. So that means for this question, option A is the correct answer here. So option A is correct. Option A is the correct one. Okay, ready? Yes. So the next question is that the sides of an equilateral triangle, are increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per second. Okay, so the sides of an equilateral triangle are increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per second, and the rate at which its area is increasing. The rate at which its area is increasing when the side is 14 centimeter. You can see there are 4 options. Okay, so first of all, it's given that it's an equilateral triangle. Okay, it's an equilateral triangle. So what is equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle means the sides are equal. Okay, yes, like this. So I'm going to consider x, x, x. That means the 3 sides are equal. Okay, the length of one side is equal to x, so the 3 sides are equal here. So hereafter, from the question, the sides of an equilateral triangle are increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per second. So that means dx by dt, that is increasing, dx by dt is equal to 4 centimeter. Yes, it's given that 4 centimeter per second. Okay, that means the rate of change of side length, dx by dt, the rate of change of side length, the rate of change of side length. Okay, so dx by dt is equal to 4 centimeter per second, and also it's given that x is equal to 14 centimeter. It's already given in the question. What is x? X means the length of one side. Okay, x is equal to 14 centimeter. So here in the next step, we can write the rate of change of area. Okay. So before that, area of an equilateral triangle. Okay, so in the question itself, it's already mentioned that it's an equilateral triangle. That means the sides of the triangles are equal. So the area of an equilateral triangle, the equation is root 3 side x square by 4. So this is this is the formula to find. Okay, this is the formula to find the area of an equilateral triangle. So in the question, we need to find the rate at which its area is increasing. We need to find the rate at which its area is increasing. So this is A, and rate at which this is increasing means dA by dt. Yes, dA by dt. So that means that is equal to root 3 by 4. Root 3 by 4 into, what is the derivative of this? That is 2x. Yes, 2x into, that is, we can write 2x into dx by dt. Dx by dt. So hereafter, look at here. 2 is here, 4 is here. So that means on the denominator, it will become 2. Okay, so let me write the steps here. That is equal to root of 3 by 2. Yes, root of 3 by 2 into x dx by dt. That is dA, yes. dA by dt is equal to root 3 by 2 into, yes, x dx by dt. So hereafter, dx by dt, we already mentioned that what is the value of dx by dt? Dx by dt means the rate of change of side length. It's already given this question. Dx by dt is equal to, yes, we know that dx by dt is equal to 4. Okay, dx by dt is equal to 4 and the value of x is equal to 40. Okay, so just substitute the values here. So dx by dt, that is 4, and the x is equal to 14, 1 4. Yes, here 1 4 into root of 3 by 2, root of 3 by 2. Okay, so let me write it once again. This is dA by dt, dA by dt. Okay, so dA by dt is equal to root 3 by 2 into, this is x, x is equal to 14 into dx by dt. Okay, so that is root 3, let me write dA by dt here. Yes, so dA by dt. What is dA by dt? The rate at which its area is increasing. dA by dt is equal to root 3 by 4 into 14 into 4. We can cancel here. Sorry, this is 2. It's not 4, this is 2. Okay, 2, 14. Yes. So just cancel this, so it will become 7. Okay, so in the next step, root 3 into 7 into 4. So the answer is 7 into 4. That is 28. So 28 root 3 is the correct answer. That means dA by, yes, dA by dt is equal to 28 root 3. Okay, so for this question we can check that the given option, okay, we can see that 28 root 3 is not there. Okay, so it's an option mistake. Okay, yes. So we can move on to the another question. The question is that the integrating factor of the differential equation, that is 2x plus 3y square into dy is equal to y dx. Okay, so let me write it here. That is 2x plus, yes, 2x plus 3y square, 3y square, 2x plus 3y square dy is equal to y dx. Yes. Okay, so hereafter we can write y dx. We can write dx by dy. Okay, just move this to the denominator. Yes, make it as a denominator and we can move y here. So it will become 2x plus 3y divided by y is equal to, yes, y is equal to dx by dt. Okay, now look at here. We can write for this one 2x divided by y and 3y by y. We can cancel the y here, so it becomes 3. Yes, so it is equal to, sorry, this is 3y square. Okay, so 1y is going to cancel, so this will become 3y. Yes, 3y. Yes, 3y is equal to dx by dt. That is equal to dx by dt. So hereafter, on rearranging this, we are going to rearrange this one. So that is, yes, we can write this dx by dt. I'm going to write dx by dt first. So dx by dt is equal to minus 2x by y minus 2x by y. So that is equal to 3y. Yes. So for this one, we can write, yes, 2 by y x. No issues. Okay. So we know that this is the standard for differential equation. The standard form of differential equation is from the standard form of differential equation. So what is that? That is dx by dt. Yes, dx by dt plus p of y. Yes, p of y. P of y is equal to p of y. X is equal to q of y. Q of y. Okay, is equal to q of y. Okay, so from this one, from this, The question is that we need to find the integrating factor. So the integrating factor IF is equal to, we know that integral e raised to integral p dx. Yes, py dy. Yes, it's not p dx, it's py dy. E raised to integral py dy. So this is the integrative factor. So hereafter just substitute here. So that is e into e raised to integral of py. So what is py? Just look at here, py. What is that? 2y. Okay. Yes. So minus